Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the fifth part in this series where we're building a personal dashboard app using Angular. In this video, we're going to be focusing on building the user interface for the Notes view. Alright then, so let's get started. Cool, alright, so this is the UI design for the Notes view. And so here we just have some cards, and we need to style these cards, right, so that they look like this. So let's go and do that now. Let's go to the code, and let's go and find the Notes component. Let's go to the template, so that's what it is inside there now. Let's go back to the application and let's go to the Notes tab, and we see here Notes works. Okay, so now let's go back to the code and let's work on the Notes component template. Cool, alright, so let's get rid of this first of all, and let's now create a Notes wrapper. Okay, and inside here we want to create a container. Okay, and inside here we want to create a div which is the container of the note cards. So let's just give this a class of notes list, and inside here we want to have the note cards. So let's create a div which has the class of note card, note dash card, and inside here we want to create an element which has the class of note card title. Okay, and we want to create the note card content as well. Okay, so if we look here, so here these cards have a heading and a content section, right? So that's what these two are. And inside here we can say this is the note title, and here we can say I am the content. Okay, let's save that now, and let's go back to the application, and here we see this, right? So now we have to go and style this to look like this. Okay, so now let's go to the code, and we can now go to the style sheet. Okay, and let's now first of all start off with styling the note card. Okay, so first of all we want to set the background color, right? So if we go here, we see the background color is like that. So that's going to be background color RGBA black 0.5, and that's just like the to-do that we did here, right? We did the same here, right? So let's go back here, and let's save that, and let's go back to the application. Okay, and now we see that. Cool. Alright, so now let's go back to the style sheet, and let's set the color to white. Okay, so all of the text inside the note card we want to be white. Okay, so let's save that, and let's go back to the application, and there we go. Okay, and actually we can probably change this to not exactly white, but RGBA white 0.95. Okay, just so it's a bit less overpowering. And if we save that and go back to the application, okay, cool. Alright, so now we can add a bit of padding. So let's go back to the style sheet and let's add some padding of 25 pixels. Save that and let's go back to the application. Cool, alright, so that looks good. Let's now add a bit of border radius, because if you look at the design, there's a bit of border radius on that. So if we go back to the style sheet and add 4 pixels of border radius. 4 pixels. Okay, let's save that. Let's go back to the application. Okay, there we go. So we can actually see that it has some border radius there. Okay. Okay, so now let's go back to the code, and we can now set cursor pointer so it looks clickable, because now it doesn't look clickable, but if we add cursor pointer, it will look clickable. Save that. Let's go back to the application, and now it looks clickable. Cool. So let's now go and work on the hover state. So let's go here and let's go and do and hover, and let's set the background to RGBA black 0.68. Okay, let's save that and go back to the application. Okay, so there we go. And what we can also do is we can actually add a bit of blur to the background. So we can do backdrop filter, blur, and then 2 pixels. Okay, let's save that and go back to the application. And there we go. Cool. So let's actually go and add a transition to this. Let's go and add a transition here. Let's just do 0.1 seconds. So it will transition all of the properties for 0.1 seconds. Let's save that and let's go back to the application. Cool. All right. Cool. All right. So that looks pretty good. Let's now work on the styling for the text. Okay, so let's go and style the note card title, and let's set this to font weight 600. Okay, so let's save that and go back to the application, and that actually increases the font weight a little bit. So that's good. Let's now go and change the font size to 20 pixels. Okay, cool. Let's save that and go back to the application. And there we go. Cool. All right, so that's pretty good, and we're pretty much done. But here we see that there's a bit of space in between the title and the content. So let's go and add some margin top to the note card content. Okay, so margin top 7 pixels. Save that, and let's go back to the application. And there we go. Cool. All right. So that is the note card styling done. Cool. All right. So that's pretty good. So the next thing we can do is we can actually work on some root transitions. So then it would be cool to have some transitions when we change roots, right? Okay. So let's go and work on that now. All right. So one quick thing though. I think I forgot to do the styles for the notes wrapper though, right? Yeah. So let's quickly go and do that because we need to do that. Let's do notes wrapper, and let's set the height to 100%, and let's set overflow to overflow y to auto. Okay, and that's just to make sure that if there's an overflow, there'll be a scroll bar. Okay, so if we save that now and go back to the application, and if we actually just try and make this do an overflow, yeah, then we see that there's a scroll bar now, yeah. But before, if we didn't have this, then if we went here, then now it's actually overflowing and it's not scrolling, right? So that's why we need that. Cool. All right, so let's save that. And that's pretty much it. Okay, cool. So let's close this now. And let's close this. And let's actually close all of these tabs. And yeah, so the next thing we can do is we can work on some root transitions. Cool. All right, so let's go and start doing that.